Okay, YouTube, the very first thing we need to do when mount actually is going to be the digital readout. So the very first thing you need to do is look at your lathe and see where you want to mount that device at. So what I've elected to do was I've elected to mount this back here and then mount the arm and stuff right here. So the display is kind of at my eye level. If it's too high, I can take it down, but we're going to give it a try right here. The headstock, just so you know, the oil levels here, so it's up to here. So I plan on putting screws higher up here, and I want to we'll be fine. So it doesn't come with. It just comes with the arm. So anything that you have to fabricate, you need to get the model yourself. So basically, got in the scrap metal bin. I found this 1/4 by 2-inch material. I'm going to weld a square on here. So basically, I can take this piece here, mount it on here, mount it back there, then we'll assemble the arm. So here we are. I'm going to go ahead and weld this piece on here. I would normally probably use a MIG gun to do this, but I was welding on a trailer outside and I have a separate flux core, so I'm just going to leave the flux core in, and we'll go ahead and flux core this, okay? So let's get this thing set up here. Get this welded there. Don't know how well this will turn out on video, but turn the wire feet up. Turn up a little bit more, turn the heat up. Let's see what that does. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean off all the splatter there. Okay, so there's welding that. So I like to use that because it cleans up all the splatter. And I like using that a lot better than I like using the hand brush. I hate using that thing. Okay, here I'm just marking where I want to put it, and I'll pre-drill these on the drill press, and we'll come over and transfer these over. So I got a piece of bar laying here because this cover comes off. I don't want to have to unmount this if I need to take the cover off to get into electrical. So this is just a kind of in general kind of area where I want to put some screws at. So I'll drill both these holes, drill one of it, tap it, screw it in, then I'll level this thing left to right, and then do the second one. Okay, we're going to drill a couple 10 holes so we can put some 1032 screws in through there and mount it back here. That's it. Okay, I'm ready to go ahead and mount this. So I'm going to put this up here. We're going to center clutch it. Do the top hole first, then we'll come back and level it. Thick casting. We don't need to draw all the way through it. And that's just to drill the hole to final size. Okay. Tap. These are new ones I got from Shar's, ratchet kind. I bought a big one from Harbor Freight, and I really liked it, so I figured I'd try these smaller ones. Fits perfect. You might want to drill that a little deeper, I think. Okay. So I tapped at 1032. I don't have any metric taps. All the screws in the set, by the way, are metric. So I didn't buy metric stuff to tap, so I don't feel like buying another set of taps. I need to probably at some point. So here, just going to snug this up and level it, and we'll drill the next hole. Right there's level. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to center punch it and drill it and tap it. On the tapping side now. Okay. Now we're just going to tap it. Now you can see why I wanted a ratchet one for areas like this where I'm tied in. Okay. This in. Like I said, I tap these 1032 stainless right here so they won't rust, with washers of course. There we go. Okay, I forgot to turn on my camera. I finished tapping that right there. I came up here. Leveled. Okay, I took that off of, I ended up taking that off and drilling it on the drill press. This is too flimsy to try to hold it and do that. I just couldn't put hardly any pressure on it. So now we're back to tapping this. Then we'll level it up, and then we will get on to mounting the actual device. So. Okay. Oops. Okay, there we go. So that's level. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mount this arm with the hardware. Now this arm is on a swivel, so there's a few things we got to kind of pay attention to when we put this together. It came with some nylon washers, and they're really kind of, you know, they're just used to as kind of a bearing. So the way this goes is bolt, washer, bolt washer, and we want to get this nylon in here. And then we want to slide another piece of the nylon under here. So, let's see if I can slide it with the drill bit there. Oh yeah. So I went through. So basically those nylon, washers are just bearings, is all it is. Then we've got another washer, we've got a lock washer, and then we have a nut on here that we're going to put on here. Okay, so let's tighten that up. Yeah. Okay. We'll adjust that as needed. Next thing we want to do is we want to mount the DRO device. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that down. That's a little high. So let's get it mounted up there for now. So here, same thing. It also rotates. I was missing some nylon bushing, so I went ahead and purchased some. So we're going to do the exact same thing here, because it does rotate, like I said. So here, nylon bushing, washer, and then nut. This right here will rotate too. Alright, and the last thing we got to do here is mount this right here on, which goes here. And then we have a nut. Alright, let me go get something to tighten that up. Okay, now I'm just going to put these screws in here loose that I was telling you about. There are 4-threaded holes here for adjusting the plate different directions. They did not come with it, my kit, personal kit. I took the plate to the store to figure out what size they were. They ended up being M5 by .80 thread pitch by 16 millimeters long. So that was the, so I'm just going to put those in here, and when I get things finished doing up and get this thing trimmed down to a better length, I'll come in here and mount this, and I will get everything adjusted accordingly. So let me get these put in so I don't lose them. Screw the other side in. I chose 16. You can get longer. I wouldn't go much shorter. There's not much, you know, once I touch the plate, there's not a lot more room for an adjustment. So. I'll get that later. And the last thing I was going to do here was I was going to go and put the power plug in here, I won't hook this all up, but I'll just kind of tell you what my plan is here. Is to put this up here, and then I plan on basically, so I keep it out of the spindle, basically zip tying this at several spots right here and down.